Reloading can be enjoyable and economical. We're going to discuss bottleneck reloading specifically, just the basics of it, and some of the things you'll need to do that. First, you're going to need a manual. This is a paper copy manual here. Has all, reloading recipes and reloading data from Sierra bullets. Most bullet manufacturers and powder manufacturers have theirs online as well. So if you don't have a hard copy, you can look up most reloading data. You're going to need a die set that's going to be cartridge specific to the cartridge you're shooting. Brass is going to be cartridge specific. The bullets or projectiles are going to be diameter specific. Make sure you follow your manual. And then your reloading powder from your manual recipe. And then your primers to fit your cartridge. You're also going to need some type of press. There's many out there. Some type of press. And then you're going to need some way to measure your powder so you can charge your cases. Let's get started. I like Lee dies. They're very economical. They're really good dies. They're more accurate than I am. Some of my lowest standard deviations and extreme spreads have came with Lee dies. They also come with a manual, so that's a bonus, and it's not full. It doesn't cover every powder and projectile combination there is, but it's very beneficial, and it gives you a starting point. You can compare it with all other different manufacturers of reloading manuals. Your die set, you're going to have this is your bullet seating die. You're going to have your full length sizer. It's also going to have a decapping pin, so it's going to knock your primer out and resize the brass in one operation. And then you have your crimp die. I've applied the sizing wax below the shoulder here on the case. Slide it in to the shell holder. You'll feel it kind of bottom out. Now, if this had been a fired piece of brass, the decapper pin here, this would have knocked the primer out of the bottom here on that motion. This brass is new, but if it was fired brass, or even with a new brass, I will run it through the sizing die. This as far as the process. I'm not going to be able to show as far as the case lube. I just apply a small amount of case lube, this Imperial sizing wax. I put it just a small amount below the shoulder here on the case. As far as the process, there's many different ways to do it. I use this liming machine now. Wherever you have a small or large primer pocket, just clean out your primer pocket. It's clean, it's new. Chamfer and deburr, get everything smooth. Give you a good base to work from. Once you've sized your brass, then you need to check and see if you need to trim or not. So this is calling for, check your manual. This is calling for a 1.52 inch case length. We've got our sized brass here. Put in our calipers. We have 1.511, looks like. So we're within the trim length. Okay, following the manual, make sure you follow the recipe on the manual, the powder and the charge weight. So once you've weighed things out, I use a beam scale. So once you have everything correct and weighed out, you're ready to charge your case. Once you've charged your case, you're ready to take your projectile. Set it into the neck of the case. You're ready to seat your bullet. You may have to play with, you'll have to adjust as far as the seating depth to get the correct depth on the manual. Just do it ever so slightly and check with your calipers. Okay, lastly, on my, as far as gas guns or auto loading guns, I'll use the crimping die, so make sure you follow your instructions on your die set on how to set up your particular crimp die. So I just run up in there, not a lot of pressure, and then I'll take the cartridge, I'll do a quarter turn, do it one more time. When I crimp the cartridge, it's not a heavy crimp. I'm just barely applying pressure there. I don't know if you can see that fine line kind of right in here. It's not a, I'm not crushing the case. I just want to apply pressure right there around the neck. I have had cartridges on the auto loader as far as a, if it's a gas gun, when the round, once you fire a round and then the next round slams into the chamber, I have measured these with calipers and the bullet came out a little bit when I have not crimped it. So crimping it makes the bullet stay exactly in place if I'm not going to fire that next round. So now you have the finished product. That's kind of the basics as far as loading for bottleneck cartridges.